Hi everyone, in this video tutorial I'm going to share with you how to create this card, and this is for MB Treasurista, and I'll put the link to her website down below. I was thinking this year that I would post more video tutorials on how to create the projects that I create versus just sharing with you the finished product. And please leave a comment down below if you'd like to see more of those type of videos from me, and I will be sure to create those type of videos more so you can see the step-by-step process of me creating it. The videos will be a little bit longer than normal, only because I don't edit my videos. It kind of gives you the real time of how long it takes me to create something, and it'll show you how quick and easy you can create a product or a project yourself. Okay, so we're going to make one of these cards, and again, all the products that I used are from MB Treasurista. There are certain things that I had on this card that were mine, but I will pinpoint the ones that are from her store. So first, the paper collection that I used from Misty's store is by Pink Paisley, which is Hope Chest. It's a really beautiful vintage shabby style, and I really love the colors in this collection, so I used that. The stamp that I used is by the Greening Farm, and I know Misty does carry some Greening Farm stamps, but this one, this is the Miss Anya Garland, and she's really adorable, and I love all the Miss Anya stamps, so I used this one right here, the one where she's holding the banner that says love. Really cute. So I used that, and then I paper pieced her outfit and colored her with my Copics. As you can see, I did a lot of layering. I add some of my doilies that I've already had in my stash. All these flowers and embellishments are from Misty's store. I use the Tim Holtz on the edge die, which is this butterfly flight die. It's a really cool die. And for this butterfly right here is another Tim Holtz die, which is his Movers and Shapers mini butterfly set. And I use the top one right here. Okay, and let's go ahead and get started. Oh, let me show you the inside. Really simple, just the design paper. So what I used first, I'll just put that right there for you to see. I used some cardboard. It's a light cardboard that you can pick up at Michael's. And I know Misty also carries this lightweight chipboard at her store, so you can check that out. See, this is by Recollections, so I'll just remove that sticker out. But you can get this at Michael's. They sell it by the 12 by 12 sheet, so you can get basically two cards, two 6 by 6 cards with one 12 by 12. So we're going to use that as our base. I went ahead, for time's sake, and colored my image. This is the adorable, this is the new Sweetie Bean from the Greening Farm. She's super cute. So I colored her with my Copics and paper pieced her outfit and the hearts with the design paper. And the Copic markers that I use for her skin is E00, E11, and E93. And I'll put the colors down below. And for her hair, I used E44, 47, and 49. Okay, so that's the image right there. And then I went ahead and pre-cut all the papers, but I'll show you how to put it step by step. Okay, so we're going to start with the base, which again is the lightweight cardboard. I'm not going to put the paper inside. I'll do that last or after the video. We'll just focus on the top right here. And I'm going to take one of the 6 by 6 design papers from, again, the Pink Paisley Hope Chest collection. And we're just going to go adhere that to the chipboard. And I use my ATG gun for adhesive. You can use double-sided tape, red line tape, whichever is your preference. So we're just going to go ahead and adhere all the sides. and then I just put one in the middle. So I'm going to place that on top of the card. Just laying that on top. Okay, like so. Then I'm going to take my distressing tool. I love pumice stone from Ranger. I love this color. This is my new favorite, and I'm just going to use the distressing tool. And I'm just going to distress my edges. Okay, I'm going to take my favorite all-time Tim Holtz distressing tool, and I'm just going to distress the edge. I'm just going to swipe it once, just enough to give that rough edge look to my card. You can do this before. I do it either way, before or after. I'll just go over it one more time. Okay, so I got that. Now we're going to take our second layer, which basically is the butterfly. So I cut this paper at 5 3/4, and I think this is, yeah, it's 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. And this is again using this on the edge die. Okay, and before I lay that down, I'm going to edge my paper with the distress tool. Okay, and just add a little bit of distressing here. I'm going to distress my butterflies. Just add a little color to the edge. Just really slightly. I don't want to rip it. Okay, so do that. And then I take some of this Snow Text by Deco Art, and I just take a brush. This is just a number 8 brush, and I add a little bit of the Snow Text on the edge of the butterfly. So I just, you know, dip it just like so, just like that. You can use your fingers, it's up to you. I just use a brush. And then I just kind of tap it on the edge. Give it a little bit texture. Just go around the edges of the butterfly. It's a really pretty die. I really like the on the edge dies. Adds a little extra dimension to your cards when you use these and layer them with the paper. And I have a lot of his on the edge dies, but this one and the doily one is my favorite. And I think it's the scissor one, the needles and the spool. Oh, it's my other favorite one too. Okay, so that just gives a little bit texture, and the Snow Text dries pretty quick, so I'm not worried about that not drying fast enough. So I just put that to the side, and then I pre-cut another one because I'm going to layer my butterflies. So I pre-cut another one with a different design paper, and I'm going to show you how I cut it. So I'm just going to start grabbing Well, actually, you know what? Let's distress it first before I cut it. And then I'll probably distress it again. So just distress it a little bit here. Okay, so just do that. And then let's slowly cut it. Now the way I cut it is I just pretty much follow the lines right here, and I just cut it like so. Just cut it straight across. Okay. And then the butterflies, because they're connected, I just kind of rounded out the edges like so. You can see that. And then I'm just going to distress it all the way around. Okay. Let's cut the other one. Let's put that aside. And just cut that one. You can fix the edges, I mean the bottom of the butterfly. If you don't want it too straight, you can kind of round them out with your scissors, so it's not, the edges aren't too pointy, so it looks more of a butterfly. Just kind of round it out a little bit. Just do that. Okay, and we'll do the last two here. Now these ones are really connected, so I just round out this one right here. We'll fix this one as well, so it's not too pointy at the bottom. Okay, so it looks pretty good. And then we'll do the last one. Or the last one here. We'll fix this guy up a little bit. Let's fix this wing. So you're just basically rounding the edges that are straight and just making it look more of a butterfly. Okay, so now we're going to connect those with these. Let's put this aside here for now. So what I do basically is I just kind of fold it in half a little bit, not too much, just enough. And then I'm going to take my hot glue gun and just hot glue it down. And I'm just getting the center because I want the wings to go up. So that gives it the dimension. And again, I'm just going to fold it a little bit. Add a little glue. Do the large one here. And then we'll get the last one here. And then I add a little bit snow text on this one as well. Okay, so that's done. So let me grab back my snow text. And we're going to add it here. So you're going to just tap it on the edges, you know, wherever you want. Give it a little bit, you know, dimension to the butterflies. And I just love the way it looks. It's really pretty. Okay, so that's done. So now let's add this to the card. So let's get back our card here. And what we're going to do is we're going to stagger it. So I'm going to make it go sideways like so. I will have some sticking out on the top of the card and a little bit sticking out on the bottom. And I'm going to use again my ATG gun. It's pretty much dried. Okay, so let's stagger it. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so you can see that. You could just kind of lift up your wings a little bit. So, okay, now we're going to take our doily, and this is just a, I believe this is 4-inch doily. Yeah, it's a 4-inch doily, and you can pick these up at Walmart, any Joann's, any crafting store pretty much that sells doilies. It's usually you find these in the wedding section or in the baking section. I'm just going to distress the edges a little bit. Okay, and I'm only going to add adhesive to the centerpiece right here. So let's just take my ATG. Okay, and I'm going to add it to this edge right here. I'm going to have a little bit sticking out on the sides. Okay, that looks good. Looks like that. Okay, now we're going to take our other piece, which is this piece right here, and this measures, this is 4 by 5 3/4, and we're going to distress the edges on this piece as well. Get my distress ink. Okay, and I just take the paper and I kind of use my fingers to kind of push it forward, give it more of a distressed look to the edge. See that? Just kind of use your fingers to tear it up a little bit. Let's do that. Okay, and then I'm going to add again my adhesive. Okay, and I'm going to kind of put that in the center. So we'll put that like in the middle. That looks good. This is what we got so far. Okay, now I just took another doily and I just basically cut it in half. And I'm going to distress the edges of this again. And let's put some adhesive. And then I want to place that right here. So, okay, and then I cut another piece to put underneath my image, and I just basically just cut, I think this is 2 by 3.5, well, 2 by maybe 3 5/8, or no, 3 3/8. Yeah, and then I just cut another piece, just enough to show. See, so I could just layer it on top of that piece. And then I'm going to just dress that too. And then add some distress ink to my edges. But before I layer that piece, we're going to add our trim, okay? So I'm going to put this to the side for now. So we're going to add our laces, and these laces are again from MB Treasurista. So I use this pretty lace right here, and I'll put the information down below. This is in pink, and this is her scallop lace. It's really gorgeous, and we're just going to lay it like so. Okay, and what I do is I just take some double-sided tape and I just lay a strip across. Because I'm going to layer so much on top, I don't put too much adhesive. So we are just going to lay that down. Like so. And I know this is bad, and I have a bad habit of doing this. I use the same scissors, because I know you should have a separate scissors for your laces and for your paper. But I always go back to this Martha Stewart scissors for everything. Okay, so that's that right there. Okay, and then I took this other, it's a stretchy lace that she also has available at her shop. It's really super pretty, and I'm going to lay that on top of that. Okay, so I add, actually this time I add hot glue. And I'm really picky with the way the scallop lays on the card, so I want to make sure these two scallops are in the center. That's why I'm starting kind of from the middle of the lace versus starting from this end. I just want to make sure these two bottom pieces are cut in the middle. So I'm just going to cut it. So I'll cut this. Okay, so it looks like that. And then I add this lace, which is really pretty. It's a two-tone, it's blue and white. It's like a flower trim, really pretty. And I place that in the center. So that I'm going to hot glue down. Okay, let's cut that piece off. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Okay, now we're going to add our image. So I'm just going to use, because I don't want to put the image flat, because I have some glitter on there. I used the Ranger Stickles to add some glitter to her wings. I'm just going to use this adhesive right here. Oops. Sorry, am I out of frame? I'm just adding glue to the back. And this is Crafter's Pick, the Ultimate. I picked this up at Hobby Lobby. It's awesome glue. Now I'm just going to add it to the back of this design paper. Try not to touch the image. Okay. And then I'm going to add that glue again to the back. Need to pick up some more of this glue. I'm running out. Okay, just make random spots. And I'm going to place it here, middle. Okay, so looks good so far. Now we're going to add all the pretty flowers and embellishments. So let's see some of the flowers here. I'm going to take, actually, Misty gave me a bag of flowers here. This one's really pretty. This is part of the mixed blue pack. Really gorgeous rose. It's a little bit too blue, so I'm just going to maybe add a little of that snow text to kind of soften it up a little bit. So let's get the snow text back. You can add gesso or paint. You can paint over if you want, but it's on the other side of me, so I'm just going to use some of the snow text. So just kind of softening it up a little bit so it's not so bright. Makes the rose look pretty too. Okay, so that's what I did to the rose. You can see that. And we are going to put that down here. So I'm going to get my hot glue. Just glue the bottom. Okay, and then we're going to add one of these fabric flowers. It's really pretty. It's a really pretty pink one right here. Really cute. I don't have another one, so I guess I'll just use the white one. Yeah, I used all the pink ones up. So maybe I'll put the white one here. Let's see how it looks. Let's see if I have another one. Do I have another one? No, I don't have purple. I don't know if I want to put the pink one on there now. I'll just do that. Put the white one up here. I just won't put one down there. We'll just use the flowers that she has. So I'm going to use one of these white flowers, really pretty. I know I'm bad. I'm cutting it with my same scissors. I know, shame on me. But I was just so used to doing it. So let's add the glue. One right here. Make it a little bit different than that one. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to take the smaller flowers, and she has these really adorable 15mm roses. So this one is in like a mint green, and she also has it in pink. So I'm going to use those as well. And I love these little cabochons that she has. Super cute. So let's see. I'll use the blue ones. So she has these cute little blue ones. Really adorable. So I'll use 2 of those. And then these lovebirds, I'll use the blue one as well. So I'm pretty much using a lot of blues in this one here. Okay. And let's just layer. So let me hot glue one of these flowers. Oh, and I'm also going to use these little mini roses that she has too. The white ones. Really pretty. So let me add a pink rose. I'm just going to lay it out, see how I want to put it first before I actually glue it down. Now I want to put one up here. So I'll put the little guys over here. And let's see. Put those guys there. Just kind of laying it out where I want to put it. I'm not hot gluing it yet. Take another pink one. That little guy right there. I think that looks okay. And then I pre-cut one of the butterflies, again using the Blueprint Shapers die. So let me just dress this guy first. Put him right here. Just put him a little bit higher. Let's just get that out. Looks good. And then I used one of the wheat sprays, which Misty has a ton in different colors that you could choose from. I'll take this clear one right here. And I'm just going to use it for the body of the butterfly. So I'm only going to cut it up to the 3rd piece right here. I'm just going to bend this little wire back so it doesn't fall apart. twist it. Just bend it back. And I'm just going to put it on the body of the butterfly. Just add a little hot glue. Just like so. Okay, so let's hot glue all the other pieces first. So I'm going to add some hot glue to the backing of these. And I love these little cabochon pieces. They're so cute. Really pretty. Just hot glue these down. Okay, and then these pieces. Try not to get my arm in the way. You can see what I'm doing here. And I'm going to take this cute little lovebird. Look cute. These are so adorable. Just put them right here. And I'm going to take my butterfly and place that right here. Cute. So this is what I have so far. Turning out pretty cute. And I'm just going to put a little piece, a little butterfly right here. And I'm going to use my all-time favorite Martha Stewart punch. I'm just going to take the bigger butterfly, stress the edges a little. And add some hot glue. I'm just going to put it right here in the corner, like so. And I'm going to take a sentiment. There's these little Valentine stickers that came with the Authentique Smitten 6x6 paper pad. It's these letters right here. And I know Tim Holtz has something similar to this as well. But these are for Valentine's, so it works perfect. I'm just going to put let's see, what should we put? I'll put Adore You. I think that would be cute. So I'll just take Adore and the U. Okay. So let's just dress the edges of that. Just add a little color so it matches the card, the rest of the card, with the distressing on it. And I just add a little hot glue. I'll put it down here. And I'll do the same with the view. And add some hot glue. Put that underneath, right next to it, but we'll stagger it. Okay, and there we have it. There's our card. That's how quick it is to make one of these cards. And again, all the beautiful embellishments and paper is from Misty's MB Treasuries store. And I'll put, again, the link is down below. So thanks everyone for watching, and I hope you create one of these. And again, leave a comment down below if you'd like to see more step-by-step video tutorials on how I create my projects. Thanks for watching. Bye!